So last night I finished this science fiction horror book from 1983 called Slimer by Harry Adam Knight. And if you're into like kind of schlocky sci-fi stuff, it's a pretty cool read. He's the author that did Carnosaur, which would get ripped off and turned into Jurassic Park. If you don't know, I'm not even going to try to explain that in this particular short, but this book's really cool. It feels like something you might have seen before if you're into sci-fi, like if you've seen like The Thing or like Deep Rising or Virus, and if you haven't seen any of those, like you should. They're awesome. But this is just basically these scientists on an oil rig. They accidentally made a mimic, and after the fact, the characters are basically these people lost at sea that discover that, the aftermath of that. And one aspect I thought was really, really interesting about this book in particular, without giving away too much, because I'm recommending it here, is at one point the creature absorbs somebody who was a junkie, and they had just gotten their fix, and the creature absorbs them, and the next time they see it at this point has been a menace. It's been like terrorizing people, and like it's a crazy thing. But they see the creature, just a fleshy amalgamation on the ground, and it looks like it can't decide what it wants to warp into, and like torsos with boobs are coming out of it, and like a bunch of faces, some they recognize, some they don't, are coming out of it. And one of the faces just looks at them with a daze and like with complete disinterest, and then just like smiles and absorbs back into like, the muck. And I thought that was a really cool detail in particular of something that's, kind of generic, kind of schlocky. I thought that detail in particular was really, really cool, and I'd like to see something like that in like a this type of science fiction movie. You got like the Blob, but now you got your stuff like this, spoiler alert, but you got stuff like The Substance that's kind of like stuff going with shit like this. So, I don't know. I don't know. I recommend it. It's cool, and I recommend other stuff by Harry Adam Knight, like Carnosaur, especially.